Jai Hind and a very good evening to all. I welcome you all to Shaurya and Vivek, and once again, welcome back to my class. So, guys, as this is our second class, my name is Anchal Sharma, and I'm teaching you people English for AFCAT upcoming examination, which is going to be held on in this month, in the coming month, February 2022. So, guys, as you did first lecture with me, in which I completed one of those topics which is very important for the examination point of view, that was antonyms and synonyms. So, in the next lecture also we'll do antonyms and synonyms, although we'll practice few questions for that topic. But today I came with the important idioms and phrases for you people. If not less than at least 8 to 10 questions are expected. Means this topic is something compulsory and important for the AFCAT examination. So let's proceed with idioms and phrases. See, we don't need to differentiate between idioms and phrases. As far as paper is concerned, idioms and phrases are like more or less near to the meaning, like near to similar each other. The only difference is that phrases are like they don't have their literal meaning, but idioms are figurative. थोड़ा सा उनका जो meaning होता है that is clear, definite meaning. But phrases are like they change their meaning according to the sentence in which they are used. So let's proceed with the idioms and phrases. 1. Idioms and phrases. Let's proceed with the first one. First one is at one's wit's end. So guys, this is the idiom. Can anyone tell me the meaning of this idiom? Okay, let's move ahead. At one's wit's end means a puzzled situation. When someone is confused, perplexed, puzzled, and if as far as I remember, अगर आपको याद होगा तो in synonyms and antonyms we did one word baffled. So that is similar to puzzled, confused, and perplexed. Let's understand in a sentence. The sentence is, my brother is at his wit's end. This is the idiom. About his career options. It means my brother is confused regarding his decision, about career. He's confused with what to choose, where to go, which way to go, and which way not to choose. So at one's wit's end means puzzled. Next one is baker's dozen. As we know, dozen means 12 in figure. But अगर हम इस idiom की बात करते हैं तो baker's dozen means 13 in number. 13. Okay. So, like example is there in front of you. I'll take a baker's dozen of those donuts, please. Good evening to everyone. Guys, you are late. You are late to the class. You'll get it from Telegram. It's Babai Patra. You can download it from Telegram. You'll get this PDF over there. Okay. So baker's dozen means 13 in number. So the sentence is, I'll take a baker's dozen of those donuts. It means you want to purchase donuts. How many donuts? 13 donuts. Okay. Next one is beck and call. Beck and call. Beck and call means ready to obey order instantly. एकदम से order को obey करना और उस पे काम करना. So like the sentence is, he expects his employees, or you can say even boss, expects his employees to be at his beck and call. मतलब day and night day and night you expect your employees, or the boss expect his employees to be available or to obey his orders instantly, means at the spot. So this is what beck and call means. Third one is bell the cat. Bell the cat. It means to do certain job at your own personal risk. To do a job like you are staking yourself or at your own risk. For an example, someone has to bell the cat means sentence is someone has to bell the cat and tell the commissioner. Here is the phrase or idiom, and tell the commissioner that his own started the violence. It means someone has to take this risk to go to the commissioner and tell that person that his own people has started the violence. ठीक है, मतलब अपने आप को रिस्क पे लेना या अपने अपने आप को रिस्क में डालना, कोई चीज बोलने के लिए, कुछ कोई टास्क को परफॉर्म करने के लिए, यू पुट योरसेल्फ इन अ रिस्क. ओके, so let's proceed. Birds of a feather. Can anyone tell me the meaning of birds of a feather? Okay. Birds of a feather means like if there is a similarity between two people or more than two, regarding what? Regarding they have a same idea, means same opinion, same views, or similarity in their characteristics or interests, means same interest हो अगर एक से ज़्यादा लोगों के, तो they both can be called as birds of a feather. Now, for an example sentence is those two guys, like you are talking about two people, there are two people you are in front of you, they are birds of a feather means they have same interests. If they are employed to a certain job, their interests are same. It means they are birds of a feather. Bite the dust. Hopefully, you all know. Yes, yes, someone is correct. Similar characteristics. Next one is bite the dust. Bite the dust means in Hindi there is muhavra धूल चटाना. That is similar to bite the dust. To be defeated or to defeat someone, right? Like for an example, once again in the one day cricket, India made its rival team bite the dust. The team which was the opponent team that got defeated. So India made it bite the dust. It means धूल चटाना, to defeat someone or to get defeated. Hope these idioms are very clear, very much clear to you people, as I have already mentioned these idioms with the sentences. Any doubt to anyone? Guys, please do like, share and subscribe if you really like the class or like this lecture. We are trying our best to give you the best quality education. Okay, let's proceed. Blow once on trumpet. Let's blow once on trumpet. It means to praise oneself. Apne muh miyan mittu bane is a muhavra in Hindi. Like for an example, he had a very successful year and has every right to blow his own trumpet. Means उसका जो ये साल है वो बहुत उसको सक्सेस मिला है, तो ही हैज फुल राइट कि अगर वो अपने आप की प्रेज भी कर रहा है तो ही हैज अ फुल राइट टू ब्लो हिज ओन ट्रम्पेट. ओके, next, bolt from the blue. It means an unexpected problem. कोई भी जब प्रॉब्लम जो है वो अनएक्सपेक्टेडली आ जाए, अनवांटेडली आ जाए, एंड लाइक इट डिस्टर्ब्स द सिचुएशन, इट मीन्स बोल्ट फ्रॉम द ब्लू. जो आपने सोचा भी नहीं होता है एंड दैट सिचुएशन अराइजेस, इट मीन्स बोल्ट फ्रॉम द ब्लू. bolt from the blue. So for an example, the news of his death was the bolt from the blue. Means his sudden death was totally unexpected, and that caused a problem to the family, etc. Whatever, to his people. Bull in the china shop. This is a very famous proverb, means famous idiom. Bull in the china shop. The person who is like often involved in making mistakes or causing damage, बहुत like frequently जो बहुत error prone है, error करता है, yes शिवा unexpected करता है, that person is known as bull in the china shop. Now for an example, a new housemaid is just like a bull in a china shop. What does it mean? Why she'll be called as a bull in china shop? Because she broke my crockery many a times. उसने मेरी क्रॉकरी बहुत बार तोड़ दी. इट मीन्स मतलब शी इज इन्वॉल्व इन दिस तोड़ फोड़. दैट्स वाई शी विल बी कॉल्ड एज बुल इन द चाइना शॉप. नेक्स्ट idiom is burn a hole in the pocket. Person with the money feels to spend it quickly. Means pocket का क्या होता है? Pocket, what is the use of pocket? You keep money in pocket. Now burn a hole means you burn a hole in it, means आपको like खारिश हो रही है to spend it. Like guys are actually, boys at certain age, they are fond of spending money. So this idiom actually suits them. So for an example, my allowance is burning a hole in my pocket. I can't wait until school is over so I can go buy some baseball cards. Means the person is having money in pocket. He is not like able to wait until his school gets over so that he can buy some baseball cards. So the person who has money, it's not always who has money, जब भी पैसे उसके पास आए तो he is like fond of, he gets eager to spend them. So quickly, that too quickly. So that means burn a hole in the pocket. Next is bury the hatchet. Meaning is to end a hostility, means to end certain dispute. कोई dispute है, कोई situation, rivalry, कोई भी issue है ऐसा, उसको खत्म करना, that is to end a hostility. For an example, after many quarreling years, the two political parties which were in continuous contradiction with each other finally decided to bury the hatchet. दो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज थी, तो बहुत समय से लड़ रही थी. उन्होंने फाइनली क्या किया? दे डिसाइडेड टू एंड द हॉस्टिलिटी which was there between two parties, between both of them. They finally decided to bury the hatchet. Let's proceed. Catch a Tartar. Catch a Tartar meaning is there in front of you, to grapple with an unexpectedly formidable opponent. क्या मतलब है इसका? अचानक से एक like you come in a position to deal with someone who is unexpectedly powerful, means you are not knowing about his strength, means opponent's strength, and you like unexpectedly you come into that confrontation. Example is, they thought that I would simply give up if my complaint had to go to court. They thought that I would give up if they'll complain against me in the court. But they'll soon realize that they have caught a Tartar. But soon they'll realize that how powerful I am. This is what this sentence means. Catch a Tartar means कोई ऐसी आप किसी dispute में पड़ जाते हो, thinking that other person has he is not that strengthy or he is not that powerful, but unexpectedly ऐसा नहीं होता है, that opposite of that character comes out. ठीक है? It means catch a Tartar. Next is chew the cud. Chew the cud. It means to meditate, to think over, to ponder over. He sat for a moment, chewing the cud before he spoke. Before he was going to speak something, he sat for a moment and chew the cud. Okay, so next idiom is cry for the moon. Cry for the moon means to expect something, to have that desire to achieve something which is unattainable. कोई ऐसी चीज जो आप नहीं पा सकते हो but you still desire for it, that means cry for the moon. We need not hope for lower taxes in the future, that would be crying for the moon. It means हमें ऐसा hope नहीं करना चाहिए that taxes would be lowered, means the value of taxes will be lowered in future. So because expecting this means crying for the moon. Just wait, guys. Battery is going. Okay. Cry for the moon. Next is cut a sorry figure. Now, what does it mean? To give a poor show. एक poor performance देना. How? Like, okay, to give a poor show. Just a second. I hope there is no issue now. Cut a sorry figure. It means to give a poor show. You'll cut a sorry figure at the job interview. How? How the person is going to give a poor show? If he wear jeans, means you'll cut a sorry figure at the job interview if you wear jeans. Simply, when you are giving a poor show to something, it means cut a sorry figure. Sorry for this inconvenience, guys. I'll just take your 1 minute. Okay. Sorry for this inconvenience. So, I think we have already done this idiom. Let's proceed with the next one. It's escape one's lips. It means speak unintentionally or unexpectedly, जिसे कहते हैं गलती से निकल गया. ठीक है? So the example is a surprised laugh escaped his lips and a smile broke out on his face. मतलब एक जो सरप्राइज लाफ थी वो उसके चेहरे पे आ गई and a smile broke out on his face as he looked at his bride. जैसे ही उसने अपनी दुल्हन को देखा, एक अचानक से एक जो स्माइल है उसके चेहरे पे आ गई और एक सरप्राइज्ड लाफ. That's something escaped, जो गलती से निकल गई. गलती नहीं है, मतलब not like in a negative sense. Okay, so that means speak or express something unintentionally or unexpectedly. Okay, there's one question from Dev Kaushal. Ma'am, I just have a question that why do we even need to learn these idioms and phrases? Because I think we scarcely use them in conversation, as if I'm not wrong, nor does the native English speakers. Dev, this is this preparation or this lecture, the basis of this lecture is, the aim of this lecture is to get through the AFCAT examination. अगर हम AFCAT के पेपर, एयरफोर्स के पेपर की बात करें तो this topic, idioms and phrases, is very important, as we do expect 8 to 10 questions out of this topic. This, and it is not there that we don't use these words in the normal English, because it actually makes your English or your conversation attractive. So those people who are like fond of or regular in English, they do use. Maybe we people don't use this as much as these people do. So yes, Akash, these are not PYQs exactly. These are not PYQs exactly, but yes, these are something like expected questions. Okay, let's proceed. Fly in the ointment. Okay, fly in the ointment, it means a slight unpleasant thing that obstructs the enjoyment. आपके enjoyment के बीच में जो कोई चीज, like छोटी सी चीज, कोई slight सी unpleasant सा कुछ हो जाए, उसे आप कहोगे fly in the ointment. Now for an example, I'm looking forward to Sunday. The only fly in the ointment being the fact that I shall have to sit next to my mother-in-law. Means I'm looking forward to Sunday, means that is something like I'm waiting for. I'm happy, I'm crazy about it. But the only unpleasant thing is that I have to sit next to my mother-in-law. मुझे अपने mother-in-law के next बैठना होगा, because he might not like his mother-in-law. Okay. So next idiom is 40 wings. Now what does it mean? It means a nap. He usually has 40 wings going home on the train. It means he usually takes naps. ठीक है, छोटी छोटी naps लेता है going home on the in the train. Okay. Next one is Good Samaritan. A person who plays and pays sympathy to those in distress. Now what is distress? A person who helps and pays sympathy to whom? Those who are in distress, means those who are in some like sadness or sorrow. ठीक है, जो किसी परेशानी में होते हैं उनकी हेल्प करता है या उनको सिंपैथी देने वाला इंसान होता है, that person is known as Good Samaritan. Now, the beggar was lying shivering on the road. He was somewhere on the road, he was shivering, when a good Samaritan came along and gave him a blanket. Means he did something good to the beggar who was already in some problem. So that person is a good Samaritan. Okay. Next one is grist to one's mill. This is a useful experience. कोई experience past में है that can be used for one's advantage in future or in present. Means for an example, now that he is a writer, मतलब जैसे कि वो writer है, he regards his difficult childhood experiences as grist for the mill. कुछ ऐसे experiences जो उसके childhood में हुए हैं, he regards his difficult childhood experiences. Those experiences can be like utilized in his present days or like for his in his career life. So this means grist to one's mills means certain experiences you had in past that can be used for one's advantage. Next, hand and glove with. Hand and glove with. It means in close cooperation with. बहुत like closely आप एक दूसरे को cooperate कर रहे हो, it means hand and glove. Like they are very close to each other. Like आप gloves कहाँ पहनते हो? Hands में, तो like they are in close cooperation. Now for an example, the Navy and the Coast Guard work hand glove, especially at the war time. मतलब जब भी कोई लड़ाई का वक्त आता है तो जो हमारी नेवी है and the Coast Guard, they work Together means they work with close cooperation with each other. It means hand and glove with. Next, fall over the coals. It means to get angry, to speak angrily when someone has done something wrong. जब कोई आपके सामने वाला कुछ गलत कर रहा है and like you lose your temper, to reprimand means haul over the coals. Now the sentence is the boss hauled over the coals when his employee came late to the office. Usually ऐसा होता है कि boss has like usually is very strict with the timings, so whenever the employee comes late to the office he gets angry over. Okay, next is beat back. Beat back is something like when let's understand with the example. The firemen were beaten back. This is where it is used. Were beaten back by angry flames and the building was reduced to ashes. It means firemen came forward कि वो आग है उसको बुझा दें. तो what happened is that they were beaten back. They were forced to retaliate. They were forced to go back, to retreat, to take a step back. It means beat back. These people, these firemen, were forced to take a step back. Why? Due to the angry flames. Otherwise, they might have burnt themselves. And the building was reduced to ashes. Okay? It means beat back. Forcefully जब आप को like opponent या आगे से या सामने वाले से forcefully आपको पीछे धकेला जाता है, that means to compel to retire. Okay. Next, cry down. Cry down is like depressate से अच्छा है. It means belittle someone or something. It means cry down means निंदा करना, to decrease the value, to criticize or to not to give importance. ठीक है? To not to give importance, छोटा feel करवाना, you can say, that is to depreciate or belittle someone or something. Like for an example, some of the Western powers did their best to cry down India's win in the war. Means some of the Western powers were not in the favor and they tried their best to pull down, to belittle whom? India. India's win in the war. This means cry down. To laugh in one's sleeves. This is something like might have happened with everyone. Friends usually do this activity to laugh in one's sleeves, to be secretly amused. While I was solemnly reading my research paper to the audience, what my friend did, my friends were laughing at their sleeves, for they knew what it was worth. कि मैंने उस पे कितनी मेहनत की थी, they actually knew it, and this is the reason they were laughing in their sleeves. Okay. Next is cast a slur upon. It means कीचड़ उछालना. किसी भी मीन से, किसी भी तरीके से, like by word or act. Any word means either you speak or any activity you do. What do you do or what other do anyway? Like it can be done from one person to the other or one person by his own act. Like to cast a slight reproach on someone or to bring discredit लाना, defame लाना. How? Like for an example, many a man casts a slur on his own good name with some mean act. अपने ही बनाए हुए नाम पे, on his own good name. अपने ही बनाए हुए नाम पे बहुत से लोग ऐसा करते हैं, कुछ ऐसी एक्टिविटी कर जाते हैं that they get discredited in the society. They get defamed in the society. Okay. To catch a Tartar. I think. Okay. To catch a Tartar, it means to encounter a strong adversary. To deal with someone or something that proves unexpectedly powerful. आप कुछ ऐसी situation पे आ जाते हो, you have to deal with something that is unexpectedly powerful, which you were not expecting that this would be that this would be like this much strengthy, but in actually ऐसा हो जाता है. For an example, when Hitler marched into Russia, जब हिटलर रशिया गया, he was not knowing that he would catch a Tartar. How? In the tough people of that country. कि वहाँ के लोगों ने अच्छे से रिटालिएट किया, मतलब अगेंस्ट गए वो हिटलर के, एंड फाइनली ही लॉस्ट इट. So it means to catch a Tartar. While he was marching towards it, he was not knowing that he would confront such a strong people over there. It means to catch a Tartar. To cut the Gordian knot. Now what does it mean? It means कुछ unusual way से, कुछ forceful way से, और boldly when you remove a difficulty, you fight with the situation. Means to cut the Gordian knot. किसी पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन से बहुत बोल्डली, बहुत ब्रेवली बिहेव करना और उस डिफिकल्टी को हटा देना और या फाइट करना, दैट मीन्स टू कट द गॉर्डियन नॉट. फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, अ विडो मदर कट द गॉर्डियन नॉट बाय हैंडलिंग हर हस्बैंड्स बिजनेस. मतलब विडो मदर मीन्स like the person, like a mother whose husband died, so she dealt with the situation and she handled her husband's business very boldly. So this is what, जो भी उनकी financial crisis थी, he tried to fight with that. Okay, let's proceed ahead. To fall to one's lot. It means to become one's fate or duty or job. किसी की ड्यूटी बन जाना, किसी की किस्मत बन जाना, किसी का टास्क बन जाना, मतलब उसकी पर्टिकुलर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बन जाना. That is to fall to one's lot. I'm worried that big project will fall to my lot if Jimmy resigns. In case, like this is just a situation, कि अगर जिमी रिजाइन कर देता है तो ये जो बड़ा सा प्रोजेक्ट है ये मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बन जाएगा. इट मीन्स टू फॉल टू one's lot. Next, to give someone the slip. It means to dodge someone who is looking for you. बेवकूफ बनाना, भाग जाना. Means escape. This is comma in between. Escape from someone. Now we'll understand this idiom. How? The police had nearly got the dacoits when the latter gave them the slip in the jumble ravines. पुलिस बस पकड़ने ही वाली थी. They were just like going to catch the dacoits, but what happened? उन्होंने like उन्हें धोखा दे दिया. Like जिसे बोलते हैं कि like भाग गए. They escaped from those people, like from the police, and they successfully escaped the situation, and they escaped from their hands. Who? The police. And they went to the, like they hid themselves in the jumble ravines. So the sentence is, the police had nearly got the dacoits when the latter gave them the slip in the jumble ravines. ठीक है. To go on a fool's errand. कोई ऐसी चीज, like to go on an expedition which leads to a foolish end. It means many people earlier believed that going to the moon was like going on a fool's errand. What does it mean? कोई ऐसी चीज करना जो आपने एक्सपेक्ट की है कि नहीं हो सकती, which will not be a like possible task. तो क्या होता था कि पहले लोग क्या सोचते थे कि मून पर जाना एक मतलब एक यूटोपियन कॉन्सेप्ट है, which can not be like possible, which might not get possible. तो इसकी बात करना भी to go on a fool's errand. So this is what it means, to go on a fool's errand. To go on an expedition means to expect something to happen which actually is not possible. It means to go on a fool's errand. There is a question from Harsh Nayak. हम CDS में इंग्लिश एंड जीके में 120 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, तो एक राइट आंसर का 1 मार्क मिलता है या फिर 0.83 मार्क्स. It's 0.8 in CDS. In English, like you have 100 marks question, matlab 100 marks paper, and the total number of questions are 120. Yes, Dev Kaushal, it means chakma dena. Okay, let's proceed. To have a bone to pick one. What does it mean? It means when you have a reason to disagree or to be annoyed with someone. जब आपके पास कोई reason होता है किसी पे गुस्सा उतारने के लिए. It means to be annoyed with someone or having a grievance that needs to be talked about, या कोई ऐसा like bone of contention जिसके बारे में आपको बात करनी चाहिए. ठीक है. So example, I have, like, a person is saying that I have a bone to pick with you, means I have a reason to be annoyed with you, Wallace. Wallace is the name of a person. I heard how you criticized me at the meeting last night. Now, Wallace is the person who criticized me in the meeting last night. So what I am saying is that I have a bone to pick with you. Means I have a reason to be annoyed with you. Okay. Let's proceed to have the whip hand. क्या मतलब है इसका? Whip hand means to have a mastery over. या particular situation में आप power में हो, having power over someone else in a particular situation means to have a whip hand. पलड़ा भारी होना, in Hindi you say पलड़ा भारी होना, to have the whip hand. Example, during the last decade, the right wing of the party has held a whip hand. जो right hand था पार्टी का, right wing है, like left wing right wing होता है, तो जो right wing है, this party, this wing had a, this was high in पार. तो मतलब ये जीतने वाली कगार पे है या जीतने वाली कगार पे थी, because this party had a power over the left party or left wing in a particular situation. It means to have the whip hand. To play second fiddle. Second fiddle means second important or a subordinate part. Means something which is treated as a second fiddle means जो कोई चीज जो ऐसा role play कर रही है, to play as a role of a second fiddle means be treated as less important than someone, or you can say second important. Second important. Okay. Now, example is tired of playing second fiddle. The person is tired of being second fiddle. Anmol is the person who resigned and started his own company. Means as he was treated like he was treated less important than someone else, like just for an example, Jaya is the person, and Jaya is a female who is given more importance than this person, and he is given the second importance after Jaya. So what he did, he resigned and started his own company. Okay, so this is the meaning of to play second fiddle. Okay, to take the bull by the horns. What does it mean? To grapple with a problem courageously instead of avoiding it. To fight with a problem courageously instead of avoiding it. ठीक है, तो किसी प्रॉब्लम के साथ डील करना बहुत करेज के साथ, बहुत ब्रेवरी के साथ, rather than उसको अवॉइड करके बच के निकलो. It means there is no shortcut to prosperity. Actually, there is no shortcut to success, prosperity, success. We have to take the bull by the horns. It means we have to like go through that heat. तभी जो सक्सेस है वो हमें मिलेगा. ठीक है, this is what it means. To take the bull by the horns. Hit below the belt. Next idiom is hit below the belt. It means to strike unfairly. To say something that is too irrelevant or too personal. Okay, it means so. Hit below the belt. Now, the accusations by the public prosecutor, means sarkari vakil, the accusations by the public prosecutor were hitting below the belt. Means the statement this public prosecutor made, these statements were either too personal or too irrelevant. Means कुछ ऐसी statements which were hurting, defaming, कुछ ऐसी स्टेटमेंट्स दे देना. तो they were like hitting below the belt. Unethical it means, right? Unfair, unethical. This is what hit below the belt is. Hobson's choice means either no alternative, you have to choose whatever is available in front of you, or you don't have any option. For an example, it's a case of Hobson's choice. Hobson's choice, no alternative. जो है वही है, आपके पास चूज करने के लिए ऑप्शन ही नहीं है. It's a case of Hobson's choice. If I don't agree to their terms, अगर मैं उनकी terms को agree नहीं करता हूँ, I'll lose my job. They will kick me out. If I'll not agree to their terms, they will kick me out. Yeah, Dev is writing something like the Pakistan's ISI have been doing since its existence. Okay, hitting below the belt. Okay, now next is hole and corner policy. What does it mean? Hole and corner policy means बहुत secretive होना, secret policy. ठीक है? Your plan to success should be, it is said, your plan to success should be a hole and corner policy, means it should be secretly followed. बहुत like बताओ ना किसी को, and it should be secretly followed. Okay, so this is what hole and corner policy means. Okay, Harsh Nayak, we can clear it afterwards. Definitely in my next video, I'll come up with the correct information. Okay. I'll also go through the notification once. Okay, let's proceed in the blues. Feeling of sadness and depression. Blues means sorrow ki koi situation, feeling of sadness and depression. Example, she has cried the blues, means she was depressed about her financial woes. Woes means pareshaniyan, tension. तो शी हैज क्राइड द ब्लूज, मतलब फीलिंग ऑफ सैडनेस और डिप्रेशन थी, डिप्रेस थी वो, क्यों? क्योंकि उसको बहुत फाइनेंशियल लॉसेस हो गए हैं. दिस इज व्हाट दिस सेंटेंस मीन्स. Jaundiced eye, what does it mean? A person who is judgmental, you can say. Pre-assumption करते हो, to look at something with a prejudiced view. What does it mean? Like pre-assuming. ठीक है? With an example, we'll understand this. One who looks at others with a jaundiced eye can never be happy. Means either a person is jealous, और pre-assumption करने वाला इंसान वो क्या करता है, like he thinks of those negativities or like wrong side of anything before the सिचुएशन एक्चुअली अराइजेज. चाहे वो किसी इंसान के लिए थॉट हो, चाहे वो किसी सिचुएशन पे थॉट हो, ही विल बी लाइक प्री एज्यूमिंग. So that situation or that person, like it is said that that person has jaundiced eye, means always like being judgmental, prejudiced view है उसका. तो it means one who looks at others with a jaundiced eye can never be happy. Okay. Keep the wolf from the door. It means to avert poverty or starvation, means दूर रखना. Poverty को अपने आप से, starvation को दूर रखने की कोशिश करना, means keep the wolf from the door, means away from the door. So for an example, both the man and his wife must work long hours. दोनों को, like man and his wife should work for long hours. Why? Just to keep the wolf from the door. Means पॉवर्टी को अपने दरवाजे से बाहर, वो जो गरीबी है वो घर के अंदर ना आए. टू कीप द वुल्फ फ्रॉम द डोर, द वन हैज टू वर्क फॉर लॉन्ग आवर्स. नेक्स्ट इज knit one's brow. I think this image is clear. Like this cute kid is, what is he doing? He is bringing his eyebrows together. It means knit one's brow. to frown, इसे कहते हैं to frown. This means to frown. It means she knit her brow, means a lady. She knit her brow and asked what I was doing. Like this kid is doing in front of you. इसे कहते हैं to frown. Loaves and fishes is the next idiom. It means like craving for material and tangible benefit. Okay. Nowadays, everybody is interested only in the loaves and fishes, means only in the monetary benefits, tangible, material benefits. बाकी कुछ नहीं देखता कोई emotional किसी को compensation मिल रही है. No, it will never be admired. The only thing which is admired is money, material or tangible things. Okay. So let's proceed. Make both ends meet means to live within one's means या फिर उतना ही कमाओ like गुजारे like means earn just enough money to live on. ठीक है, that is make both ends meet मतलब जितनी जरूरत है उतना ही पैसा है, nothing more than that. It means many students are finding it difficult to make ends meet means बहुत से students हैं they are earning like new students you can say like those have recently entered the market or the job area and they are finding it difficult to make the ends meet means उनकी जो ख्वाहिशें हैं और जो उनको job मिलती है rarely they are possible to meet making it possible to meet these two ends meet. ठीक है, तो बहुत like it is very difficult for them कि जो उनकी डिमांड्स हैं अपनी लाइफ से, जो उनकी डिजायर्स हैं उनके अकॉर्डिंग वो अर्न कर पाए. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट इज पिक अप द गॉन्टलेट. पिक अप द गॉन्टलेट, व्हाट डज इट मीन? टू एक्सेप्ट द चैलेंज. when you are ready to accept the challenge and ready to fight. Like when it comes to civil rights issues, Mary is always eager to pick up the gauntlet. She is always ready to fight for them. And she always accepts these challenges bravely. It means pick up the gauntlet. Put one's shoulders to the wheels. It means to work or exert oneself heavily. बहुत ज़्यादा exert कर देना अपने आप को काम के लिए, किसी चीज़ के लिए अपने आप को बहुत आप 100% 1000% अंदर डाल देते हो और ओवर एक्सर्ट कर देते हो. इट मीन्स पुट वंस शोल्डर्स टू द व्हील्स. बहुत ज़्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ले लेना. आफ्टर आई वॉज नियरली एक्सपेल्ड इन माई फर्स्ट ईयर ऑफ कॉलेज. फर्स्ट ईयर में क्योंकि मुझे एक्सपेल कर दिया गया था, आई डिसाइडेड टू स्टॉप फूलिंग अराउंड. ठीक है, नॉट टू वेस्ट द टाइम एनी मोर एंड पुट माई शोल्डर टू द व्हील एंड get as much out of my degree as I could. मैं जितना प्रोडक्टिव हो सकता था, जितना प्रोडक्टिव आउटपुट ला सकता हूं, I tried my best to be as productive as I could. तो it means अपने आप पे प्रेशर डाल दिया to be like very good, like to produce very good results out of that degree. Yes, obviously it will be helpful for many examinations other than defense, as English is important and like given equal importance in all the papers. Okay, Sanket? Rest on one's laurels. अब इसका क्या मतलब है? Rest on one's laurels. तो rest means to be comfortable with the past success. One's laurels means like few achievements of the past. आप उसके साथ comfortable हो and you are like not bothering for the future. It means let's understand with the example. Just because you have got your degree, just because आपको डिग्री मिल गई है, doesn't mean you can rest on your laurels. It means degree is not sufficient to achieve any job, any good job. So you have to do certain, like you have to crack exams, and for those exams you have to put effort. You cannot rest on one's laurels. So this is for all the AFCAT aspirants, that you guys cannot rest on one's laurels, that your degree is not sufficient to be an Air Force person. You need to work hard to clear the AFCAT examination. So best of luck to you all. Next is rule the roast. This means to dominate. Means जो भी आपकी surroundings हैं, अगर आपकी decisions are like are to be followed by all, it means you are dominating that situation. So, for an example, in that family, it is the grandma who rules the roast. ठीक है, मतलब एक family में she is the lady जिसकी सबको सुननी पड़ती है और she is the one who dominates, instructs, dominates and make her instructions to be followed by everyone. It means she rules the roast. Okay. Run of the mill. Next is run of the mill. When run of the mill, simply एक normal सा word बोलते हैं, means common, something common, being ordinary. Run of the mill. When you are lacking in any special aspect, कोई particular ऐसी quality नहीं है that like differentiates you from the society. Okay, so it is run of the mill. He gave a fairly run of the mill speech. What does it mean? It means जो उसने speech दी, that was a common speech. That was nothing like there was nothing new to it. या ऐसा कुछ नहीं था. That was जिससे सुनने के लिए आपको जाना पड़ता या कोई ऐसे admirable. Like there was nothing admirable in that speech. It means a average, common or being ordinary. Next is utopian concept, or next like similar to that is utopian scheme. Utopian scheme means कुछ भी ऐसी चीज, कोई भी ऐसी थॉट, अ विजनरी स्कीम, अ विजनरी थॉट, दो इम्प्रैक्टिकल, कोई चीज करने की कोशिश जो बहुत इम्प्रैक्टिकल लगे, एमिंग फॉर अ स्टेट, या फिर जैसे लाइक यू आर एमिंग फॉर अ स्टेट विच इज परफेक्ट और आइडियलिस्टिक, विच इज एक्चुअली नॉट पॉसिबल. कोई ऐसी स्टेट, कोई ऐसी कंडीशन विच इज परफेक्ट और idealistic. That is a utopian concept. Okay. For an example, let's understand this concept utopian scheme with example. A scheme proposed by the government regarding giving pensions. अब एक pension scheme government ने start की है to all the old people in the country. It seems to be an utopian concept. It means कि आप सबको पेंशन दो कंट्री में, लाइक देयर इज अ ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ पॉपुलेशन इज सच अ लार्ज, तो इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर द गवर्नमेंट टू like disperse pension to all the people. So this concept seems to be a utopian concept. This concept seems to be a यूटोपियन कॉन्सेप्ट मीन्स आप कुछ ऐसा अचीव करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, यू आर ट्राइंग टू अचीव सर्टेन थिंग विच इज एक्चुअली impractical or which is not really impossible. Okay, so hopefully guys you like this lecture of mine, and in my next, like in my fourth lecture will be like, next will be for antonyms and synonyms. Yes, I need to tell you about the next lecture. Next lecture will be for antonyms and synonyms, where I'll be discussing certain questions, even like how you are going to perform an exam. I'll discuss certain questions. And in the fourth lecture, I'll again come with the idioms and phrases. And there also I'll come with certain questions, that how we are like going to do that question part, practice part. प्रैक्टिस करोगे तो यू विल कम टू नो कि जब पेपर में क्वेश्चन आता है तो हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू एलिमिनेट सर्टेन आंसर्स, एंड यू विल लाइक टेक योरसेल्फ टू द राइट वन. सो वंस अगेन देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम समवन. How many students are still confused about marking system? Please describe the marking system in your next lecture for better understanding of. Okay. Guys, as far as I know, like in your CDS exam, you are asking. See, number of questions in English are 120, and for 120 questions, like इंग्लिश की अगर बात करते हैं, आपके पास टोटल नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस जो हैं वो 120 हैं, एंड फॉर 120 क्वेश्चंस मार्क्स एलोकेटेड आर 100. ठीक है, तो फॉर एवरी राइट क्वेश्चन यू विल बी गिवन 0.83, and for every wrong question it will be 0.5. to 7. So I don't think, and scheme is same for GK also. I don't think there should be any doubt. Okay. For maths, if I want to, like, if you people want to know, for maths, you'll have 100 questions for 100 marks, one marks for each correct answer, and minus 0.33 for every negative answer. Okay, so this is the marking scheme. So, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for today.